Thanks for staying with us at STL Live. I'm Sarah Bernard, and we're learning about gateway greening with our guests Erin Wood and Mallory Brown. And so we've been talking about all the great contributions you all are making to the entire metropolitan St. Louis area with gardening and education, that kind of thing. We're going to talk more about that in a moment. But most important is immediately tomorrow there is a happy hour. Mallory, tell us about that.
Yeah, so tomorrow it's going to be an informal happy hour of people who are involved or interested in urban agriculture in the St. Louis area. There's no agenda, no program. It's just getting people together to talk about the things that are happening with urban agriculture in St. Louis and how we can work together better to make St. Louis better.
Okay, so anyone who is interested in this topic of urban gardening and community building through that, I guess, can come and just informally network.
Yeah.
And where and when?
Schlafly Taproom downtown from 4 to 6 p.m. tomorrow.
4 to 6 p.m. Tomorrow, July 21st. Okay, very good. So, Erin, we've been talking a little bit in the last segment about the community gardening that you all do, helping communities to create garden opportunities for their area. What else is it that Gateway Greening is doing? You guys have been doing a lot in our area for many years.
We actually have two other programs that are quite substantial, but maybe not as well known. The first one is our urban farm. So it's on 2100 Pine Street. It's, as I said earlier, it's a 2.5 acre piece of property, and we actually have a partnership with the St. Patrick's Center. So we're offering what we call the City Seeds Therapeutic Job Training Program there. So what's happening is individuals who are overcoming homelessness, addiction, who have recently come out of prison, they're going through essentially a job training program that has therapeutic aspects built into it. And we do quite a bit of food protection there and other things as well. It's one of our favorite places to send volunteers because it's just such a welcoming environment, and there's so much that you can do and learn there.
So as an example, this week, end of, where are we, July, I guess, middle of July, what kinds of activities are taking place there? Right
now, actually, the farm is full of food, even though it's quite hot outside, so we have clients who are out there harvesting twice a week. We typically harvest about 15,000 pounds of food there each year, and the clients are instrumental in doing that. We also have a teen employment program who's out there working alongside them and sharing their stories as well. So quite a bit of that, and unfortunately quite a bit of weeding.
Of course. Well, any garden, that's just part of the program. Yeah. Okay, and so you've got the urban farm, and you've got the community gardening, and what else?
We also have a school program. So as I said earlier, we do have 60 school gardens throughout the city and county. One of the things that our education team does is they take the national standards as far as the education standards and the state teaching standards, and they'll create lesson plans that are tied back to the garden and outside activities. So we're a big fan of experiential learning. So those resources are free, available to all of the local teachers, whether you're part of the public school system or not. We'll actually come out, provide you with those materials, and in many cases, we'll provide extra education for teachers to help them feel comfortable taking children outside and into the garden.
So the school has to have a space to create a garden, or do you help develop the garden as well? Or?
So what we're finding is a lot of these schools have excess property, so it's essentially a bit of yard here or there, or an inner courtyard where they could plant a small garden, or in some cases a large one. So our goal there is to come in and talk about the possibilities and then help them develop something that makes sense for their location.
Okay.
Otherwise, we found that a lot of schools that don't immediately have land next to them have neighbors who are really excited about potentially collaborating. So we've been able to help develop some partnerships.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Lots of great learning in gardens for children. That's fantastic. Okay, another big event coming up in September. This is your big event of the year, right?
It is. So we have our Chefs in the Garden Gala coming up on September 17th. It's a night of local food, local chefs, and it's just a great way to get together and talk about all the wonderful things that have happened during the year, and also to raise money to continue the program for another year. This is actually our 20th Chefs in a Garden this year.
Wow, fantastic. Okay, great opportunity. Many ways to get involved, either as volunteers or just attending the events. Happy hour tomorrow, and then Chefs in the Garden in September. So discover more about Gateway Greening by visiting their website, gatewaygreening.org. There's more STL Live after this. Stay with us.